decided to do our project on the Ammonoidea, also known as the ammonite, by Fiona Lynn
and Jessica Sartano.
After looking at the ammonite, we realized that the shell closely resembled the Fibonacci sequence as well as the golden ratio. Both of these patterns can be found in the world around us and would include the shells of the ammonite.
We also chose it because based on its looks, it was pretty simple and not too complicated.
Moving on, the ammonite is a sea creature that had lived during the Jurassic to Cretaceous periods or the Mesozoic era.
And the relative descendants that are now living in the time period we are today are squids, cuttlefish, octopuses, and nautilus. Self-reflections. My most challenging moment for this project was the fact that when we had put together the model, parts kept on falling off and breaking, such as the tentacle arms, which had broken exactly 4 times. And it had also frustrated me that the ammonite's head kept on falling off, despite the fact that we had put hot glue many times on it. Though I was able to overcome this challenge by ending up using Elmer's glue, which is currently working much better than hot glue, even though you had to be more patient and wait for it to dry. The relation to our project and a real-world situation would be that in the future, if I were to work, I would need the time management and perseverance skills to be able to get my work done on time, even if it is a project that may take years. And this is something that will continue to grow and develop as time goes on. My communication skills with my partner could be rated as a 4 out of 5 because I believe that I was able to correctly divide the parts we were each going to do, when it should be finished, the how, and many others. But there were some things that could have been better, such as to make it more clear on how much time we would each actually need to finish each task, and how we should have given and used each other's phone number since the beginning of the project instead of just using email.
Overall, I enjoyed doing this project and most of my initial thoughts towards it are fairly positive. I like some of the creative freedom that we were given when it came down to the model and one-pager. I enjoyed working with the clay, but something that I realized as we continued the project was how delicate the model could be after completion. This led to multiple incidents where portions of the model broke off and we attempted to fix it with hot glue. Another thing that we had to learn the hard way was that the hot glue didn't bond very well with the surface of the model. In hindsight, we definitely could have planned the project out a bit better and discussed more in general to make the plan a bit clearer. I think we definitely could have budgeted our time a bit better, and looking back, I wish that I had spent slightly less time on the model and dedicated a bit more time to the one-pager.
If we had another chance to redo the project, we would have decided to not waste too much time on the model. This is because we had taken a lot of our class time to work on it and sometimes barely made any progress. So instead of focusing on one thing, we should have focused more on the big picture and had to designate time for each part of the project so that all parts would be almost equally good and there would be no rushing near the deadline.
Furthermore, we should have used less time on deciding things. We sometimes had to take our work time to determine what we would each do. We should have figured that out the day before or ahead of time, so we could maximize the time we had in class.